Now that we're familiar with warnings in SOLIDWORKS, let's take a look at errors. Errors are a little bit more serious. Typically, errors will be shown in red, and you'll notice in our feature tree and the top of our part that we have something that's gone wrong. Now, we have these red circles that highlight the name of the feature in red, and it's telling us that, hey, something has happened and it's not rebuilt correctly. When we were looking at warnings, we got a warning. The part still rebuilt correctly, but it said there was an error. It missed a reference, a line was there that wasn't supposed to be there, something like that happened. When you get an error, it means that something happened and it didn't rebuild properly, that the feature's gone, the sketch is gone, something happened that you need to fix if you want the geometry to be right. So the first thing we're going to do, again, is right click, and we want to see what's wrong. Now, when we look at this, what's wrong, it looks very similar because we have the warning on sketch 3. It says, sketch contains dimensions and relations to model geometry which no longer exists. Now we're looking at a part called warnings and errors. Now this is almost the identical part of just the warnings part, but there are a few little differences here. Obviously this one has two errors that we need to deal with. The first error says the intended cut does not intersect the model. Please check the sketch and direction. The second one, intended cut does not intersect the model, blah, blah, blah. It's the exact same thing. So looking at this, remember I said the first thing you want to do is roll back and fix the first error or the first warning, whatever it is. So as we're looking at this, if we select it, we get a preview on the screen of where that's supposed to be. If we expand the display pane, we can show the sketch, and that gives us a little bit better understanding of what we're looking at. So this is supposed to be a cut extrude, and obviously it's way over here to the left. It doesn't intersect the model at all. So that's obviously a problem because we can't cut any geometry away from just the air. Nothing's happening here. So let's try to figure out what happened. Well, this is referencing what looks to be the origin, but let's go into the sketch and take a look. So we have a dimension that's locating this to the origin and not the geometry we're wanting to cut away. And this is typically a bad idea when you're making a parametric model. You want to make sure that you relate to the geometry you're cutting, adding to, whatever the case is, so that when you update things, it updates properly. If you relate everything back to the origin or back to a single point, when things change, they don't change how they're supposed to. So by far, you need to use your relations, you need to use your dimensions wisely to make sure everything goes where it should. So as we're looking at this, let's expand Boss Extrude 1. You'll notice that it has a dimension here pushing this 125 millimeters to the right. We expand it, you see that the sketch is quite a ways over here. Let's modify this dimension to be 25 millimeters. So you notice that when it's 25 millimeters, it's back closer to where this cut is, and we can actually cut away from the material. So what we want to do is if this needs to be 125 millimeters away, we need to modify this sketch to relate to something usable. So we're going to modify this sketch, and we're going to start by selecting this edge and using convert entities. We're then going to make that construction geometry. Now we're going to take this dimension, and we're going to just simply grab the point that's at the origin, and we're going to drag it over to the center of this circle. It keeps this in the exact same location, and it simply updates the dimension to be 55 millimeters away from the origin of our circle, as opposed to 30 millimeters away from the origin of the part. When we hop out of here, we can go back to sketch 1, make this 125, and notice that the sketch now moves along with it. Rebuild it, everything's fine. But as we rebuild it, you'll notice that below the bar at the end of our feature tree, it's showing a warning here. It's saying the intended cut does not hit blah, blah, blah. Well, let's drag this down. Now it rebuilds fine because this was referencing this edge right here that in the last example was filleted, and that's why we had the warning. But now that we have this repaired, we only had to repair one feature. We didn't have to repair both. Simply by fixing one, everything else updated properly. So really the idea here is to understand that when things go wrong in the tree, you want to drag it up, fix them one at a time, and hopefully, if you plan the model out well enough, everything downstream is going to fix itself.